everyone, it's Sammy, and my submission for our little set list artist rising is Aidan Bissett. I saw him back in October, I think, and it was my first time seeing him. I discovered him through one of my good friends who is a huge fan of him, and she asked if I wanted to go to the show, and I'm never going to turn the show down. So went to the show, and I really enjoyed his set, and it helped me become a fan. I really loved his stage presence. He had a really good voice, which I always love to see this day and age. And he put on a great performance. He locked me in, and he had me adding songs to my playlist. So loved to see it. And yeah. The songs that I would recommend for new listeners would be 20 Something, which may be a song you could have possibly already heard. I know when I heard the song of the show, I was like, wait, I know this song. And the other two songs I would recommend are Blood Type and Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet? Yes. Whoa. Those two are a little more melancholy, a little more sad for all my depressed baddies out there, my emotional baddies. I think you like that. 20 Something is definitely a lot more upbeat, so a little variety in the songs. But yeah, definitely see him growing, getting bigger. So that is why I wanted to submit him into our little artist rising for the end of 2025. And I know
Setlist. My name is Kayla, and for our little artist rising campaign, I wanted to submit two artists, Powledge and Neb. So I got to listening to Neb because I had the chance to interview her for Setlist, and that article is out now if you did want to check it out. But I got to interview her, learn a bit about her background, and I found out that she was a huge 5 Seconds of Summer, My Chemical Romance, and 21 Pilots fan. And I was like, wow, this is literally my music taste right now. And we connected really well, and it was just so special getting to talk to her about her experiences in the music industry, her inspiration about writing her album, growing up in Florida, and then I got to see her perform it live in concert, and she genuinely just lit up the entire room. The crowd was so obsessed with her. Her music was amazing. It came in like all different types of genres, so there wasn't just like one set theme, and her band was very involved in it, and it was just such a wholesome night. And then Powledge was her opener, and I had never listened to Abby before that concert, but I did know her from like another artist that I really love. So when I first heard her song, she was talking about growing up with the struggles of having curly hair, and I was like, that's the same exact experience that I had. So just being in that room listening to two artists who truly cared about their art, I just fell in love with both of them and am now considering myself like a lifelong fan of both. So I highly recommend you check both of them out.
Somebody has looked my face before. I trace my imperfections in the mirror, forgetting the sole reason why I'm here. And if all my features took centuries of shaping, then I was generations in the making. Be like a princess, taste you like ambrosia, baby. I'm gonna marry you one of these days. Oh, just you wait. Oh, just you wait. I feel like we're gonna marry way too quickly. I'm in love with your name. I'll buy you a big old house on a big old hill. she's dead. I'm in love with you.
Hey guys, it's Sarah coming at you from the podcast studio. We've been filming so much content for you today. You do not even know. I can't wait for you to see. I did want to come on here today and talk to you guys about one of my favorite rising artists. And that's STRUAN. And if that name sounds familiar, it may be because he was one of our artists to watch for 2025. And this year I got to see STRUAN on the nightly tour. I went down to Austin, Texas for that show, and it was so fun watching the growth that he's had from the first time that I saw him at, I think it was like a bar in Brooklyn, like this little underground place, to playing the venue they did in Texas, which is the historic Scoot Inn. Seeing that growth was really special. And what I love about STRUAN and his live shows is that he is so charismatic on stage. He has a great connection with the crowd. And there are times that he has a full band, but specifically on the nightly tour, he was kind of a one-man band and he was setting up all his own tracks. And it was really cool to see him do that. And it was just great to see him in general. So Stru, when you see this, I love you. And we hopefully will see each other very soon. Let's not make it another 2 years.
Somewhere in Colorado, you're thinking of me, but what do I know? Out here, losing my mind, calling it sick most of my life. It's hard getting used to all this changing. It's hard emotionally rearranging. It's hard thinking that you'd be here, thinking that it's me here still. So what do I do with the rest of the summer? We broke up in June and I don't have another plan. Find someone new, I always wanna get. So what do I do with the rest of the summer? I've been low, I've been all alone here by myself. I've been coming home, having looked a picture of myself. 'Cause I to be anyway you're not, to think so that you forgot. You know, I've been low, I've been all alone here by myself. But if you said so, I'd be in your arms, just crying in your arms. And if you said so, I'd be on my knees, dying to see. But I'm not that naive, and you're done with me. But if you said so, if you said so.
So the next artist I wanted to submit is kylekelly, and he's an artist that the Setlist team, the entire Setlist family, has just really fallen in love with him over the past year. His music is amazing, and I know a couple of us got the opportunity to see him at the beginning of the year because he opened for Daniel Seavey, and that was kind of crazy because in one night we got Daniel Seavey, Somber, and kylekelly. And from the moment I heard his music, like I played it maybe a few days before the show, and I was like, wait, oh my gosh, this is so 5 Sauce coded. And obviously, if you don't know me, I'm a huge 5 Sauce fangirl. So I was listening to his music, and then I saw like concert videos of him performing, and he would do like pop-up videos of surprise song covers of 5 Sauce, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be obsessed with this man and his music now. So he put on an amazing performance. He was so interactive with the crowd. I think some of my favorite songs by him are going to be OMG, My Little Heart with a little heart sign at the end, and I'd have maybe Priscilla at this point, but his music is amazing, and I highly suggest that you go listen to it and go see him on tour in a few months next year. I'm back, ready to submit another artist. So this time I'm submitting MICO. He's a Filipino-Canadian artist, and I found him back like early in the pandemic. He was like one of the first artists I found on TikTok, and he was doing Panic at the Disco covers on TikTok, and then everyone started calling him like the ethical Brandon Urie. So that's kind of when I first like fell in love with his music, because I used to be a huge Panic at the Disco fan. And then I found out later on that he was also a huge 5 Seconds of Summer and Water Parks fan, which seems to be the recurring theme of all my artists, that we all have the same taste in music. But anyways, his music is incredible. He actually performed at my college when I was a freshman a few years ago. And I didn't get to meet him that night, but I was like one of the few people in the crowd who knew the lyrics to MIA. So like we made eye contact, and I was like chatting with his band. I was like, hey, you guys gonna play it? And they're like, oh, I don't know. And then obviously they play it. But anyways, I got to see him for the first time properly again, like in an actual venue setting a few months ago, and on the Internet Hometown Hero tour. And it was incredible. He made such an amazing performance. He covered a Gracie Abrams song, which again, one of my top favorite artists. But then, yeah, like I would just highly recommend listening to Senses, which is my #1 favorite MICO song. Good Luck, Have Fun, with like, but spelled GLHF, with again, the little heart sign at the end. And I Don't Want to Know You Now. Or Parasite. Parasite's a really good one. That one's been blowing up right now. But just highly recommend listening to MICO, and go listen to these next videos.
But I know that we're destined to break. Someday I'll know. Come to your senses. Leave me alone with all of my questions. I don't have the answer. I can't give you more. Know that you'll never be mine, but I'll always be yours. Like you found for a rose, and try to be someone that not. One for a feeling you'll never get back, and I'm scared that you'll finally give up. Never enough. The one that you wanted but never the one that you love, and I know. Come to your senses. Leave me alone with all of my questions, 'cause I don't have the answer. I can't give you more. Know that you'll never be mine, but I'll always be yours. 'Cause you need a validation. Every time your phone is buzzing, gets you feeling like you made it. Not a single conversation without a fucked up flex or some celebration. We used to talk through every night until the moon would say goodbye. Now you stare until you're blind. No, I don't wanna know you now. I didn't know you as you were. We got a little older now. I didn't know that you got worse. You think that you're changing while I'm stuck in my ways. We're growing up, the same is turning into strangers.
Hi again, it's me, if you haven't missed me yet. This is going to be our last artist submitted for our Artist Rising of 2025, and she's one of my really special artists because I adore her music. Her name is Sydney Rose, and I found her last year when We Hug Now blew up, and that's her most popular song. Like, if you haven't seen all the sad, heartbreaking TikTok edits to it, you have to search them up right now. Like, that's super important before you finish the rest of this video. But anyways, Sydney is just one of like the most special artists that I found this year. I really connected with her music. She was one of my top 5 artists. 3 of her songs were my top 5 songs of the whole year. And I finally got to see her last month in New York City. She did the most special performance. She wore like little angel wings, and she was like angelic, and the lighting was so amazing on her. But for songs I would recommend from her are gonna be Bedroom Floor. That is my most heartbreaking song at the moment. Unmade Bed, another one of my top favorite Sydney songs. And then I'm gonna have to say Briston. Briston was one of the ones that like solidified me falling in love with Sydney. But her music is amazing. I highly suggest you go check her out. And then thank you again for tuning in for our Artist Rap 2025 with Setlist Media.
you can.